guys? It's Alex out here at Custom Hauler Trucks KC on Facebook, Trans West Kansas City. This is with my good buddy Dwayne Pinnell. Guys, today we got something really cool coming up for you. Everybody's asked me, do you have anything for extended stay RV style? Guys, you guys know I'm famous for the haulers. Dwayne is famous for the RVs. This guy is a wealth of knowledge on these things, and he's one of my best friends, so I figured I'd introduce him today. Dwayne, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me to do this.
Absolutely. So Dwayne, tell us a little bit about what we have sitting here right now.
We're looking at a 2023 Newmar Supreme Aire. This is a 45-foot coach. It's a 45/75 as a floor plan. It's a great coach. All the length that you need in a coach for 2 people. You could add 4 people to it for sleeping, and it's rugged enough to tow a 30,000-pound tow weight, but also elegant enough that you feel like you're in a high-end hotel.
So guys, here it is, the Freightliner M2 112 truck body on an RV. Dwayne, are these engines, is the chassis the same as one of my M2 112 haulers as it is one of these RVs? It
is. This is a DD13 with 505 horsepower.
So it is exactly the same engine, transmission, Allison 4000 series transmission.
That's exactly right.
6-speed?
6-speed.
And 1,850 foot-pounds of torque.
That's right.
Now, a little bit, just since we're here talking about the engine transmission, what is the tow rating on this hitch on this?
So it's a 30,000-pound tow capacity on this, with a 3,000-pound hitch weight.
So very
vertical hitch weight.
So as far as towing capacity is very similar.
Absolutely.
And gross vehicle weight rating?
Gross vehicle weight rating on this is about 58,000 pounds. So your combined weight rating with all your stuff in there, everything loaded, water, fuel, everything like that, is about 73,000 pounds.
That's very similar, guys. As you guys know, ours are a 33,000 pound GVW, gross combined sitting at about 80,000 pounds. So gross combined on these trucks is very similar. As you know though, I've got 4 doors and seat 5 people. Dwayne's got a whole living area inside of this thing. So Dwayne, would you mind taking us inside and just showing us around a little bit? We can talk about a few of the features. Maybe we can look at the front. We can check out the living space in the back, talk about some of the features of what it's benefits of having a full living space with you at all times.
Absolutely.
Perfect,
let's do it.
Guys, let's jump in there and take a look.
So before I walk in, I just wanted to show you, you've got all the nice chrome. You've got the keyless entry here, a nice lighted grab bar. But whenever you open this door, you'll see something that's a great feature of this coach, which you have these nice hydraulic steps that go very far down. So people with a little bit of knee troubles, the elderly who maybe have more trouble with stairs than some people who are younger, it's very convenient for them and easy access for them to get in. So just wanted to point that out while we're out here.
That's way more convenient for us. Now, Dwayne, on the keyless entry, obviously you have a touch keypad there, but do you have remote entry as well? Do you have a key fob that you have on your keychain?
There is a key fob to unlock the doors, the storage doors and everything on this, but really you're working with your key fob here to get into the coach, to access the coach. And then you can lock everything down, right, with the touch of a button right here. And this number 1 where it has the lock logo there, you can just lock everything on the coach down, both the door,
secure,
all the way around.
You could leave your keys here if you wanted to.
You could.
That's fantastic,
Yeah,
guys.
you could.
Check that out on our way in. Come on, let's check this thing out. This is really nice. Hey guys, we're inside this beautiful coach here. We made it inside. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you a quick run through of the front of this dash here, and then we're gonna jump in and let Dwayne completely take over for the living space of this beautiful coach here. So we're gonna jump up here, and it's got a lot of the same features that we know about the M2 series trucks, the hauler styles. Set up extremely similar. The biggest difference that I will say that I've noticed here, obviously, is the flat dash compared to the wing dash that we're used to. But Dwayne, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that's just for easy access getting into the back.
Sure.
So you have the same things you know and love. You have your same override shutdown, you have your traction control, your automatic transmission, you have your front windows, power door locks, mirror heat, trailer air supply. Dwayne, do we have glad hands accessible on the back of this truck?
Yes, it is equipped with the glad hands. Everything's hooked up there. It's equipped, ready for a stacker trailer.
Perfect. So guys, the other things going across here is obviously you have your engine brake. You do have high, off, and low, just like on the regular M2112s. You do have the locking rear differential. That's a nice setup there. Whether you're using this to pull a race trailer, whether you're on a boat ramp, anything like that, you need more tires turning quick. It's air hit it as long as you're not under power, and you've got all moving tires back there. That's a pretty nice feature. Dwayne, tell us about the rear airbag dump. Does it work just the same as a truck where it just dumps the rear end?
Yes.
Perfect.
And you got the collision mitigation there also, Alex, on the dash.
Collision mitigation, we haven't adapted that into the 106, 112 series haulers for us yet, so that's a pretty neat feature to have that. I assume that tells you when you're switching lanes, turning lanes, coming up on somebody. Give us a little bit of a rundown on that.
It's really more of detection of what's in front of you so that you can avoid colliding with something that's in front of you. Nothing for lane change or anything like that. You still have your side cameras on both sides for that, but as far as I know, there's not a setting for the lane change technology at this point.
So this is now that you say the cameras and lane changing on side view, that's not something we currently have on our trucks. Is that something that comes through the head unit here?
It is.
And every time I assume you turn on the turn signal.
Blinker on the left, it's going to show down that left side. Blinker on the right shows down the right side of the coach.
Guys, that's pretty neat. As you're going down the road and you're already in, how long is this, Dwayne?
45 feet.
45 feet, and you add 20 feet of a trailer. You know, that's a pretty long setup. And you hit the blinker, you can see what's coming up on you in your blind spot and stuff like that. That's a pretty neat feature that we don't have on the hauler trucks. We may have to look into that for the future. But going down the road, everything else on the dash, guys, is pretty similar to the stuff that we have on the hauler style trucks. And you know, Dwayne, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I do see this space here. Do we still have air ride
Yes.
on the cab of this thing?
Yeah, and this is an ingenious feature that Newmar came up with whenever they started introducing their Super Cs, where you've got this whole frame around the cab and actually have a walk-in space to the cab, like where you're standing. And then there's a drop down where your feet exist whenever you're in the seats in the cab area. So much different than what you'd see in other manufacturers.
That's pretty neat that you not only maintain the cab air ride, but so let me ask you this while we're on the air ride discussion here. Do we have air ride front seats?
You do.
So guys, we maintain the air ride front seats and the air ride cab in a 45-foot RV. That's astonishing. So guys, from here on, I'm going to be honest with you, inside of this thing, I'm ignorant to this stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit of learning here and listening to what Dwayne's got, because this is where he comes in and just kicks ass. Dwayne, give us some.
I've never heard Alex call himself ignorant before, and it's kind of fun for me. No, as we look around here, you can tell how elegant this coach was. I mentioned it before. Just really high-end finishes. This is called a sable maple cabinet color, and this is the high gloss finish. So there's a lot of processing in the cabinet, the finish of these cabinets, to get this look and the luxurious feel and everything. And I should point out this also, you have a sunshade here where you can raise it. It's under power, take it all the way up. You can get some natural light coming through this big front window here, close it down for nighttime, or close it down during the day if you're getting too much sun coming through that area as well.
Well, that's pretty neat. That's almost like having a sunroof or a moonroof or a pano roof on your F-250, F-350, or your SUV. That's a pretty neat feature.
Yeah, you got a lot of daylight coming in here. And the floors we're standing on here throughout the coach are also heated. So Newmar puts an electric mat under this tile floor, and it radiates through the floor, and frankly, depending on what the weather is outside, it'll really toast up the coach, so you're very comfortable inside, and really could get too warm inside too if you let them go for too long.
That's pretty neat. Guys, we know the heaters on these things on the dash, if you've got one, you know it'll cook you out of there, and if you don't have one, you know, I'll tell you, it will. I'm a big boy, I sweat, it will cook me clean out of here. So that's pretty neat that these things have heated floors underneath the top. That's fancier than my personal house has.
And then a 45-foot coach, it's 44 foot 11 inches. but you have 3 AC units on the top here that are also heat pumps. So anything above, let's say 40 degrees ambient temperature outside, they're going to also heat your coach. Otherwise, you've got what Newmar calls as a Chinook system that they use, and it's got high BTUs for heating up the coach with hydronic heating.
That's pretty damn impressive.
And you know what hydronic heating is? I mean, it's actually taking this box, this unit that's down in one of the basement's storage areas. It takes, when you're not plugged in, it takes the diesel fuel from the coach tank, and it goes through that, and it is a catalyst for heating up the water, emitting moist heat throughout the coach. It was a very consistent heat. So it's not like a forced air furnace, propane furnace or something that's going to dry your sinuses out. Actually, it's going to keep everything up there nice and moist so you don't feel that real dry temperature in the coach.
So in essence, you can have a little humidity in here if you need it during the dry winter months, or dry summer months if you go to those type of climates as well?
Right, yeah, a little bit. It puts a little moisture, but the kind of heat it is, it's not a real dry heat. It's more of a moist heat. Well, better really for you.
That's like real house living inside of a motorhome.
Yeah.
What are some other cool features of this thing that folks, you know, from both walks of our industry might like about this, especially living on the road?
Well, it's all electric, so you're not dependent on any kind of propane at all. You got really just your diesel fuel, and then you've got your freshwater tanks. Freshwater tank on this is 150 gallons. You've got a 60-gallon gray tank, so the water that comes off of your sink, off of your dishwasher, which this has, and off of your washing machine will go to the gray tank. You got 60 gallons of that, and then 40 gallons back from the stools.
So what kind of, you mentioned it's all electric.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of electricity hookup do we need? Do we have a generator? Do we not have a generator? What kind of power do we need to be looking for
we have a 12,500 kW generator on board. It's an owned generator, Cummins. And you also have induction cooktops. It's a 50 amp service if you're plugged into shore power anywhere, but that big 12,500 kW generator is going to run pretty much everything on this coach.
So you can be fully functional just off of the diesel fuel generator all on board.
As long as you have fuel in the tank. If you get down to quarter tank of fuel, it's going to time out that generator and turn off the air conditioners and everything, because they want to make sure you can get somewhere to refuel, you know, rather than being comfortable.
So fuel-wise, how many gallons of fuel do we carry on board?
100 gallons.
100 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
So that, guys, that's a little different than what we carry in our M2112, where we carry about 170 to 180 gallons. So you have significantly less fuel in this. What kind of fuel mileage, while we're talking about fuel, can you expect to get out of this?
In general terms, I always tell everyone that it's going to be somewhere between that 6 and 10 miles per gallon.
So he's not too far off from generally what I say, especially what does this thing weigh dry?
58,000 pounds.
So 58,000 pounds dry, depending on the driver that you are, 7 to 10 miles a gallon. And guys, I tell you all the time, you know, you're getting 8.5 to 10.5 loaded and 11.5 to 12,000, or I'm sorry, 12.5 miles a gallon unloaded, which for me, I'm only 14,500 pounds empty. So, you know, you empty, you know, that's a lot of weight.
That's a lot of weight.
So, guys, the fuel mileage, you know, from somebody in the industry telling you that the fuel mileage is right there where I'm at, those are real numbers. Those aren't, you know, explicit that, you know, the manufacturer said. Those are real working numbers. That's
and there are variables with anything. I mean, you got headwinds, you got what you're towing, and all those things are variables, but generally speaking, between 6 and 10 miles per gallon.
That's not as bad as I thought it would be, honestly.
So as we're standing in this coach, I've already mentioned how elegant the wood and the finishes on the wood look in here. It's a darker wood, but with a lighter finishes in the furniture. You comfy?
Wonderful.
Villa furniture. So high-end surfaces on the furniture product, and that's Alex is playing around with cup holders. You do have lighted cup holders, a lot of storage space under his right elbow there for storing things that you want. A lot of remotes. There's remotes because you got all the TVs in here, of course. And then you've got powered shades throughout the coach also. Now this is also an added feature, that this nice kitchen window that is an option, again, added to the coach. It's not part of the standard features of the coach. You've got the great big high-def TV on the coach here. This already is equipped with solar panel, I know, and one of the huge things for the coach, which is underneath, is you have 2 lithium battery packs on here. It can be expanded for 2023 with a 3rd one as well, and that's a dealer option, so we as a dealer could add that for you if something you're interested in. But people are really enjoying the theater seats, and also this is a fold and tumble bed here, so you can sleep 2 more people here, and then the master bedroom has a king size bed, of course sleeps 2 there. So I'd say this is a 4-person coach, but the way that these recline, although they won't fully recline when this bed is out, those are comfy seats, and somebody could definitely sleep in one of those as long as you didn't need 2 spaces here. As I look over here to the kitchen side, which is on the passenger side of the coach, you have the removable induction cooktop. So if you are making something that would otherwise smell up the coach, you can take that outside. Anywhere you have a plug, you can simply plug that in, take your induction pots out there, and make whatever you want to. And you can use cast iron on those. You just have to be careful not to scratch the glass surface. On the opposite side of the covers that I took off of there, you've got cutting boards also. So Newmar really thinks about a lot of things when they're putting these coaches and designing them and putting them together. I mentioned earlier that you've got a dishwasher. A lot of people think that that's wasted space, but it's very convenient. Throw your dishes in there, turn it on, doesn't use tons of water, so it's high efficient in that regard. And then if you would never use it and if the coach has got it on there, you can simply use it as a drawer if you'd need to. But all soft close drawers throughout the coach. And then again, the high-end finishes. Now this coach has a double sink with a stainless steel under counter mounted and nice and large, so you can wash on one side and then drain and rinse on the other side.
Dwayne, did you show everybody this TV lift? You kidding me?
I didn't. So I was getting to that because we got another control panel here. Now this doesn't control the TV from here, but obviously in the seat across from the TV, you do have the controls there, and the TV's going down because Alex pushed the button there.
You guys kidding me? You got TVs in this thing.
And for the lighting, at some of these controls, such as this one, you can dim the lighting from right here. Just slide it down and you can see we've got a little dimming action going on there, and dimming it down, or just simply sliding it up to the on bright setting as well, just to give you nice great light throughout. And the ceiling features also in the coach are very nice. Again, you can dim those lights. You've got some accents around the perimeter of these and under the ceiling trim parts there. Nice booth dinette. It does come out, and there is a leg that will drop down because this table extends pretty far. Now you've got the leaves that fall in here, but a lot of people like to lean on the table when they're sitting there. Alex is one of them. I've seen him do it. I've had lunch with him before, and it just would be too much weight to be able to withstand that from the outside there. And simply push it back in there. Little storage under each of these, and as you can see, plenty of storage around the perimeter of the coach, and with that nice cabinetry. Full residential refrigerator.
Put your 6-pack of sodas in here and stuff.
Water.
Chicken.
Water.
Beef.
Water.
Steak.
Mm-hmm.
And your
rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake.
I've never eaten it. I don't want any.
Kangaroo.
Nope. I'm good.
Steak. Big sodas.
And then the freezer underneath. He just flipped that over because you do have a locking mechanism. So if you've got that milk in there, it's not going to take a dive out onto the floor by taking your curve too fast. All those doors nicely locked down. And then just beside, a pantry with full extension drawers. So you can take all your food stuff, and these are adjustable. So different heights, and you can coordinate that the way you want to. And something new for 2023 are these baking tray pans, this area down here. that Newmar has put in there. They must have gotten some feedback, and people like to do baking while they're out on the road, and now you've got the place for your baking sheets such as that. Over here, this also in the entryway with super seats, sometimes people think that they lose a lot of floor space because you got the mid-entry with reference to the coach, and then you're walking around the stairwell all the time. Not so here, because we have a step cover that deploys and comes up to floor height, and it will withstand some good weight. So I can stand on that without a problem, and then just put it back down whenever somebody's ready to go out of the coach. Privacy. So this has a central bath. So you've got a double sink in this coach and a private bathroom. Alex, you in there? Well, of course you are.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Remind me, just checking things out, the lighting.
Yep.
All right.
Riding shotgun with Alex. So anyway, you can close off this bathroom area from both sides, from the living room side and also the bedroom side. So you have privacy if you have guests that are in here getting ready in the morning for the day. Other nice linen shelves here. Electrical outlets if you have a shaving equipment that requires power. You've got one inside here, and it's GFCI there. And you have the resets just like a residential home. Nice sinks. Again, still continuing with those soft close drawers throughout. Now this also has central vacuum. Here is the port where you can plug in the hose to clean up. But if you have a whisk broom and you want to just sweep everything, all the contents here, it will take it down to the unit that's down in the basement below. Great size shower in the coach. It's got this little stem that you can turn to have it open. You've got magnets that will close the doors nicely. A shower bench that comes down from the side of the wall. So for those ladies who want to shave their legs,
Lord have mercy,
they have the ability to do it. You've got a rain head shower here and a nice skylight there. So for the taller people, you can even put your head up in there if you need to. That's a pretty good height though here in this particular one. You step up into the shower, you've still got pretty good head space in there.
Dwayne, how tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
Step in there.
And probably a little bit more with a hat. But yeah,
Plenty of room to take care
pretty
of
good head spot. And again, I've got boots on here with a little bit of a heel, so it's got a lot of room in this shower.
You go riding with shotguns, boys.
Don't feel confined.
Gotta wear the boots.
Now we have Alex step in there. How big old boy are you? Well, he can turn around too, by golly.
I can take care of all sorts of business here.
Too much information.
Ready for a break?
Too much information. I'm good. And then the master bedroom. Very nice textiles on the bed. And then the cabinetry continues throughout. Nice sliding door over here where you've got great closet features. I'll see if I can grab that. There we go. And a safe in there as well. So if you have jewelry, money, anything like that you want to lock some of that up, you have the ability to certainly do that. And also a stacked washer dryer. So 2 individual units, washer dryer. And those are high efficiency as well. So with the washer, you're not going to use a lot of the water that you have on board, again with that 150-gallon water tank. And probably a little storage under the bed where you've got 2 additional chairs for that dining space, and also the leaves. As you saw, I pulled that table out. Those would be the leaves to fill in that void once that table's pulled out. Nice hinges here to hold that up, so you're not trying to hold it up and trying to maneuver pulling something in and out of there, and just simply let it down slowly and it goes right back into place. But this is the brains of the unit I was referring to before. This is the Silverleaf system A little bit bigger screen than it was in 2022. They've increased the size of the screen here, but you can do all sorts of things. You can go to the home, you can see what your tank levels are from right here, your battery health and what the levels are set there. You can go to your DC power, look at your chargers, how many volts you have. Here's where you can turn that generator on. In this one, it also has an auto gen start. So if your volts reach a certain level and you're not plugged in and you want to make sure that you don't go below a tolerance that you've set, you can set the auto gen start so it'll kick that generator on, and it'll also start charging those batteries at the same time. Or let's say you have a pet in the coach and you're not plugged in, and it gets a little bit warmer in the day than you anticipate, and you're going out for a hike and the dog, the cat are still in the unit and you don't want them to burn up. Well, if you get to a certain temperature tolerance, it will kick on that generator, so the air conditioners will kick on also to cool the coach down so your pets are nice and comfortable and you don't have to worry about them. You can go to your water levels. There's that fresh, black, and gray tank level there. You can turn the pump on here. If you turn the pump on here, it turns it on everywhere. We've got a couple other places where you can turn the pump on in the coach, and one is out in the water bay as well. Take care of all your climate here. Now this is where you control those heat pumps on the top of the coach, and also that hydronic heat with that Oasis Chinook system. And then you've got your block heater, turn on, you got your battery, look at your battery health here, and then coach mode. So it knows that we're indoors right now and we are plugged in. So it is checking all these boxes. Enable the chargers, disable the auto gen because we're indoors, and then disable the not the Aquahot, but the Chinook system, the Oasis system. And then you've got your floor heat right here, controlled 3 different zones. You've got your front, rear, and mid coach. And then all of your lights. That's where I said you control your lights. Exterior lights as well, all the lights on and all lights off. So again, this is the brains of the system. Your shades and your TV lift right there. As you see, you have a nice big TV in the bedroom here, and drawers, storage everywhere. So storage is also something that's always at a premium in a coach such as this. So true elegance. You're not roughing it by any means in this coach, and that's pretty much the walkthrough.
Dwayne, bloopers time, go.
Hey! Run shotgun with Alex!
So Dwayne, in conclusion to this, what is the price tag on this fancy thing?
The MSRP on this coach is $811,000 some change.
Some change.
Yep.
$811 and some change, guys. And if somebody was interested in buying this coach, how do they get in contact with you?
They can call me, Dwayne Pinnell. My phone number is 816-516-5312. And email, they can reach out that way as well. You can text me on the number I just gave you, but email is dwayne.pinnell@transwest.com.
And guys, you guys know my policy. You guys know how to get a hold of me. It's right here in my pocket, but watch this. Dwayne, where's your phone at?
Right here in my pocket.
Look at that, guys, straight to your pocket, calling directly, make it easy. As always, alex.clampett@transwest.com, 816-489-8298, or just go ahead and message me on Custom Hauler Trucks. Guys, if you have issues getting all the phone numbers, everything, just call me. I'll get you in contact with Dwayne, just real easy. I got him on speed dial. We'll make it happen. Guys, thanks for checking it out. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Guys, thank you. We'll talk soon.